guys, hello and welcome back to another video. Now in this one we're going to be continuing to take a look at a scenario where Germany wins World War One. So last time on here we saw major success from Germany in the colonies in Africa. We also saw some success from the Central Powers basically on every front, barring East Asia. So let's continue to take a look at this. Alright, so continuing this. So, hang on. So continuing the invasion, German troops will push a little bit further west, and Italy manages to break through the mountainous defenses, but France is actually resisting quite well, due to the fact that Germany is facing more and more resistance. Meanwhile, on the Eastern Front, we see complete annihilation of the Russians in Ukraine. They get to Rostov and they eventually start pushing up north towards St. Petersburg. And then, alright, so now back over here we see, oh, holy overlay. We see Ottoman troops cross more into the Caucasus. They kind of like spearhead out, kind of. And they reach here and they start to, push south into Azerbaijan. Meanwhile, we actually see another event happening, and that is going to be, hang on, that is going to be, that is, oh, why isn't it, right, we are going to see, Finnish rebels pop up in and around, Russia. Some of them also appear in the north here, and, so, hang on a second, alright, there we go. Now, here, we, begin to see, Finnish troops push into Finland, and we also see them pushing over here in, they see major success, in central Finland, as the Russians are caught off guard by this, so this allows them to kind of like push further, but they do get like stopped at like Murmansk, however, as like, it is cold, and yes, Finland is used to it, but like, yeah, it's kind of still difficult to push. Meanwhile, we see another event happening, and that will be, I guess, hang on, it will be the, of course, it will be the addition of, hang on, let me check something. Okay, there we go. Right, we will see, we will begin to see a communist uprising in Arkhangelsk. This will be, of course, pushing in and around here. We see them majorly successful over here. Meanwhile, in the far east, yeah, because there's hardly any resistance here. So this area kind of just gets like blitzed over. Hang on, let me fix this. Right, here we go. And they actually kind of fall into the Urals. We also see another. God, right. Oh, hang on. Okay. We also see another event happening where I guess these oh, whoops! I accidentally put them in India. We see Central Asia rebel against Russia here, and they kind of push up against the Caucasus here. Now, we do see a kind of a slight skirmish here. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that yeah, that didn't really last long. Yeah, so we can kind of okay, no, we don't have to get rid of that layer. Alright, so they continue to push up here, and eventually, Russia will fall. Hang on a second. Right, here we go. Russia will fall over to. Oh, right, yeah, Russia will fall over to these guys. Now, with a ton of troops freed up on this front, we can also take a look at, yeah, that kind of, oh my days, bro. Hang on, let me fix something real quick. Yeah, that's the only way I can figure it out. We still continue to see, advancements, made all around the country. Hang on, there's like blue lines, and I need to get rid of them because this is kind of like annoying to deal with. Anyway, oh wait, hang on. Right. Anyway, we see the complete collapse of Russia, and we also see, oh, whoops, we also see Finnish troops arrive outside of St. Petersburg, which kind of creates a tension. Holy border gore. Hang on, like, so at this point, Russia declares itself like, you know, the new successor, and I mean, it's a pretty legitimate claim. They retain like most of the empire that Russia once was. Oh, no, oh, my days, bro. They retain most of the empire that Russia once was. There we go. So yeah, like I was saying, they retain like most of the empire that Russia once was. So it's kind of a legitimate claim, which is recognized by, of course, you know, Germany. Anyway, with troops freed up from that, whoa. Okay, I don't know what that was, but anyway, with troops freed up, we also see a push west, and it's here that France, yeah, France will fall completely to German forces. Meanwhile, in Africa, we see a pretty big event happening where we see the Italian campaign stretch to Algeria. France falls, but the colonies do not. It's kind of like how Free France in World War II resisted German occupation. So yeah, it's kind of like that. Meanwhile, in Egypt, we see continued advancements down the Nile. The Ottomans do not want to march down the Nile. Well, they do, but they also want to capture the surrounding territories around it. Anyway, with this continued push into Egypt, we can also take a look at how they're doing over here in Africa. Well, in the Horn of Africa. So they finally link up with, kind of like this whole front here, and they kind of start to push, but like this entire area. Well, okay, maybe not. Okay, this entire area is massive desert, so it's kind of going to be hard to, push. But meanwhile, supply finally gets through the Congo, and they can begin pushing again. Now here we have an interesting development happening. So oh my god. Right. So um um this is yeah. Yeah. Um Ethiopia is invaded. Oh my days, bro. I'm gonna have to delete this layer. I've been painting on the wrong layer the entire Okay, I'm painting on the wrong layer this entire time. Hang on. Let me delete. Alright. Anyway, like I was saying, Ethiopia will join on the side of, well, they won't join. Oh my days, bro. They are invaded by Italian forces, and they will quickly fall, but infighting will not fall. I mean, basically they're gonna resist for quite a few years, but it's mainly Germany that's doing all the pushing, because go away. Alright. Anyway, we see troops from Germany advance, I think, towards Lagos. I don't know how to pronounce it. And we also see German troops begin to cross into French colonial Africa. We also see the Germans get to their colony in Tanzania, which they then are able to liberate, which also means that the Battle of Lagos ensues, and while Germany is kind of doing that, they're kind of pushing a little bit more into Ghana, but that stops because Lagos is a supply hub, I guess. And then, yeah, that's basically, oh my god, that's basically it for that front. Anyway, we see the complete fall of Egypt as Britain retreats their forces, makes the smart decision to retreat their forces into the French colonies, which they are beginning to get chased back into. Meanwhile, the Ottomans managed to make these colonies fall. Yeah, the Ottomans, they also push up to Astrakhan. Meanwhile, oh my god, bro, I forgot about this. There we go. Alright, so basically the rest of Russia kind of like collapses. Um, Hang on, let me try and speed this up. Alright, here we go. So, with like the collapse of Russia, um, we kind of like see Finland also gain control of these lands. Of course, Finland will not be green after the treaty, but for now they are, and Finland will begin to push. Why? Why can't they push? Wrong layer. Again. Oh my days, bro. I swear God, bro. Like, whoops. Bro, it's the wrong layer again. Are we serious, bro? Are we for real right now? Bruh, yeah. Oh my days, bro. You know what? I'm gonna delete this layer. Um, Let me cook real quick. Okay. There we go. There we go. Right, okay, fixed it. Hey, I'm learning, okay? Jeez. Whoa. Too big, too big, too big. Right, so basically we see like Russian troops begin to move into Finland, and eventually a white peace is held between the two, and this will be like it for that front. Meanwhile, oh my god, bro, oh my god, the consequences of painting on the wrong layer. Am I right? All right. So as I said before, this will kind of be kind of like, yeah, it's basically stalemate. But however, on this front, some troops from Italy and the Ottomans, and also some troops from Germany, will decide to make a very thin. It's a very bold move in the eyes of both sides of this war. As you know, it's literally British territory. But something interesting will happen. So, not the eraser, bro. Okay, there we go. So, yeah. Japan joins the Central Powers. And this is kind of a very, very bold move. Because, you know, this is kind of very risky. As they are like literally alone on this entire. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Jeez, I need to select the brush next time. Anyway, they begin to push the land troops and they take over British Malaysia. Now, the German troops that were here fled and they also captured Malaysia. And Vichy, uh, uh, German and Japanese troops land in southern Vietnam and begin to push into Indochina, thus making it collapse and fall over to, you know, kind of that, right? And then, right, hang on a second, right? There we go, there we go, right? Bucket, I think it's this one. Far. I think it's this one. Yeah, okay, right, it is this one, alright, anyway, oh my god. Anyway, back to it. So basically, continuing the invasion of I forgot this bit. Oh my god, bro, I'll be dead ass, man. Hang on. What? Ah, right, okay, right. Alright, okay. Right, there we go, right. Now we can lock that, switch to this, no. I can lock that, right. Give me a second, right. I am, like, very new to this whole, like, mapping thing, so, you know, I'm actually quite a new, like, probably the newest mapping YouTuber. Anyway, we see intense fighting over here in um, India as Japanese troops begin to stalemate around the Bengal region. Because, like, this is kind of hard to supply, bro. Meanwhile, in Pakistan, we see uh, German forces begin to kind of like curve, but we see it stop as, unfortunately, with no supply, these German troops get cut in half and the entire like effort is lost. Meanwhile, we see minor British pushbacks in this front, but other than that, it's stalemated. Meanwhile, in Africa, we see the complete decimation of British and French colonial forces, and with that, the war actually is going to end. And um, I'll be right back because I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna pause the recording and I will be back with you guys when I have done the treaty. Okay, guys, taking a look at this peace treaty, we can see large colonial changes. So Germany will be annexing all of Central Africa, including Ghana, these two, Jamaica. This is kind of to undermine American authority in like the West, because America was thinking about getting involved, but they didn't really get a chance to. Meanwhile, in France, we see Germany annexing Brittany, and we also see Belgium still exist, and they gain North Calais. We also see Italy gaining some land. They also gain like all of Central Africa or northern Chad, and France keeps most of its colonies in West Africa. Um, right. Egypt and Sudan become a, I guess, call it a puppet state of um, of you know there we go, puppet state of Italy. Um, right, let me just fix these borders real quick. Yeah, because Ethiopia got invaded, didn't they? I forgot to include that. My bad. Anyway, yeah, there we go. The Ottomans will not be annexing Oman and all that, because they see it as not really valuable land. Yes, it was valuable back then, but they're dealing with like instability and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, the Ottomans will be annexing the Sinai Peninsula, the Suez, and also a little bit of land. I forgot to show it, but Greece got invaded. I think the recording may have cut off. Not when I paused it, but maybe like sometime earlier. Yeah, basically, this is kind of like the peace treaty. So Serbia gets annexed, Romania gets disunited, not disunited, but you know what I mean. Finland also keeps this land. I didn't colour them in because I really didn't have time to. Ireland also got independence. Meanwhile, in Vietnam, we see 4 different colonies. This is mainly because they agreed to split it with Japan. Meanwhile, they actually gain all of Guinea, and Spain also gains Morocco. Anyway, I think that does it for this video. If you guys liked this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you around in the next video, which I have no clue what it will be about or when it will be, and most likely it's probably going to be a World War II video where Germany wins, or if D-Day fails, or if the Soviet Union doesn't reach Berlin first. So if you want to see that, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.